One time in the Whistle Post chat room, David Mixkowski of Clever Models gave away a copy of Jukes Boat Rental to everyone in the chat that day. I had played around a bit with cardstock models from Clever Models, and since I really like this model structure, I put it aside for the future. Clever model kits are released in 1/48 scale. If you wish to print in HO, simply reduce to 55% and so on. Each kit is a series of PDFs, the number depending on the size of the kit, and lets you print as many as you need. I had the perfect place for Jukes, right next to the river. The only downside is having to destroy the little scene. I know some people will rip out a section of a layout to put in something new. Me, I like working as if everything was real. Modify the area as is done in real life. Legos are great for a quick mold. I printed off a copy of Jukes and used it to stack Legos to form the foundation. To make use of this, you use tape to hold the Legos to a flat surface, such as a floor tile. Plaster is poured into the mold and you simply have to wait until it hardens. I mixed crumbled styrofoam into the plaster along with some paper base. When the plaster is dry, the styrofoam and paper base can be picked out. MEK will also melt the styrofoam. This leaves a rotted look to the concrete. I like to use foam core as the inner shell of my cardstock structures. Cardstock here is in quotes because I use multimedia. Cardstock, paper, styrene, strip wood, plaster, it doesn't matter, whatever works. Here I am positioning the structure where I want it to be. Simply use a pencil to mark around the base. I have to admit that cutting into building insulation foam is a heck of a lot easier than doing the same thing with plaster. A cross-check level is perfect for leveling the base. I simply apply glue to the bottom of the base, slap the level on top, made sure everything was level, and let the glue set up. I glued the printed walls to the foam core shell. Then I used trim made from strip wood. Trim is provided in the kit, but I prefer the actual strip wood. The clapboard was created by printing onto cardstock and cutting out strips 2 boards wide. Then I overlap the boards by 1 board, which kicks the bottom out in a prototypical correct fashion. Overlap boards are shown circled in red. Originally, I used a printed door from the kit and decided I did not like the way it turned out. So I created a new one from strip wood. Hangers of styrene. I also added a light pole and the end of the I-beam to hang from, and I added a street light. At this point, with the foundation blended into the terrain, I took a closer look. It needs some steps. A plaster block quickly became a footing for the stairs. Chicken grit purchased at a feed store and marble chips at a local Lowe's gave me everything I need for rocks. Simply painting them with the base beige color works. I scratch built this boat storage area. I used rowboats from rusty stumps. Actually, these were discards from a pre-production set.